If you had a friend who was about to fall off a cliff, they were 10 meters away from the edge of this cliff, and you had the power to save them, would you pull them back from the edge? Would you save them from this drop? I'm sure any normal person would. I had a workmate the other day who came in late, and this is pretty unusual for him. And this guy hopped out of his car, and he's a big fella, and he walked up the driveway, and it took him longer than usual when he came into the house, and I noticed straight away that he smelled like cigarettes, and he sat down in a heap, and he was huffing and puffing, and straight away my brain was like, there's something wrong with him. There's something not usual going on. So I asked him, I said, how you doing, man? What's happening? And he told me that he just came from the doctors and that his heart's failing, and that they told him to stop smoking, they told him to exercise, and he's still smoking and he's not exercising. And he said that basically he doesn't know how much longer he has left to live. And I asked him, hey man, let's go out for a coffee. And so the next day we went out for a coffee, and I started probing deeper. I started seeing what was going on in his life, how he got to this point, and he broke down and he had no purpose in his life. He had no meaning. He went through a pretty massive incident in his life about a year before, and he wasn't coping well. And if I, in that moment, wasn't aware of his needs, I would have never asked him to go out for coffee. I would have never probed deeper. I would have just been like, oh, yeah, cool, have a good shift, and just went our separate ways. At this coffee shop, I told him that he needs to listen to his doctors, that he needs to stop smoking, that he needs to go for walks every day, otherwise, he's going to die. His heart is going to fail. And I said this from a loving place because I cared for him. And it just makes me beg the question, you know, who in your life is walking to a cliff's edge? And if you don't stop them from doing that, they're going to die. Well, they might not die right now, but their their person, their inside, their soul is going to wither away, and they're not going to be somebody who's at their full potential later in life. The second question is, imagine that you're walking off a cliff. What actions in your life are you doing that's going to cause this quote unquote death of yourself? Are you watching pornography every day? Are you drinking excessively? Are you doing drugs? This is like walking off the cliff. These actions don't serve you. Later on in your life, these actions are going to come to bite you, and you've probably already seen the consequences right now. So I think we just need to kind of sit down and just realize that if we continue with these actions, we're going to walk off this hypothetical cliff. Anyway, um, we had this coffee, and we came up with a plan. We came up with a plan. I said that I'll keep him accountable. I said that I'll be there for him if he ever needs to call me. I helped him with some mental tricks to help his thought life out, help him with the things that are going on in his life. Drew up a plan, as I said. And I called him again yesterday. It's been about 3 weeks now. This guy's going for walks 2 or 3 times a week. He's gotten back into his church. He's reconnected with his family. And man, I just wish that everyone could experience what this feels like helping somebody out. And so yeah, guys, just look in your circle, look around you. I think you guys would already know if there's certain people in your circles that are just walking towards this cliff end, and then look into your own life. Look at your actions, look at the things that are destructive, and come up with a plan to overcome these. I hope this was thought provoking, guys. I hope you got something out of this. If you guys need any help at all with your addictions, that's what I do as a job. I help people out. I develop a plan. I've also got a program for pornography to overcome that. So that'll all be in the bio. My socials are in the bio too. And if you guys feel generous, please leave a donation. It will help me out with advertising. It'll help me out with all that sort of thing. And just remember that you guys have meaning and purpose. All right, laters.